Tingles with flyby.
Daily ASMR videos.
Hello, my tinglings. Today we're going to be reading recipes, specifically Thanksgiving recipes. And all of the recipes come from you, my tingling. So thank you to everyone who sent me recipes so that we had something to actually do for this video. I thought it would be fun to share some of the recipes that are traditional for all of you. So I am really excited about this. So I think we have about 7, I don't remember exactly, but let's just go ahead and get started. So this first one comes from Legendary Zapdos. And it says, every year my family and I enjoy my grandmother's traditional spaghetti verde, which is a Mexican spicy pasta side dish that's absolutely delicious. It is also eye-catching because of its green color, even if it's not a most traditional Thanksgiving recipe, which you did say. So, the ingredients for the spaghetti verde, we need 2 large poblano chilies, 6 sprigs of cilantro, leaves only, 1 small white onion chopped, 1 garlic clove chopped, 2 tablespoons of salt divided, a half pound of spaghetti, 2 tablespoons of butter, half a cup of Mexican crema or heavy cream, and 4 ounces of manchego cheese shredded. Directions: turn the broiler to high. Set poblano chilies on a baking sheet covered in foil, and then place the sheet underneath the broiler. Cook, flipping the chilies occasionally with a pair of tongs until blackened on all sides. Turn off the broiler and transfer chilies to a plastic bag. Let steam for 5 to 10 minutes. Peel the blackened skins off the chilies and then remove stems and seeds. Chop the chilies and then place in a blender along with the cilantro, onion, and garlic. Puree mixture until smooth. Next, bring a large pot of water to boil. Add 5 teaspoons of salt to the water. Cook the pasta according to the directions on the box. When done, drain the pasta in a colander. Meanwhile, add butter to a large saucepan set over medium heat. When it foams, pour in the chili mixture. Cook partially covered for about 10 minutes. Stir occasionally. Add the crema and 1 teaspoon of salt. Add pasta to the saucepan and toss well. Divide the pasta between 4 plates. Top each with a sprinkling of the manchego cheese. Actually sounds pretty straightforward to make. It does sound very yummy. Thank you so much for sharing that recipe. Our next one comes from Caden Milne, and these are celebration potato rolls. Feeds 8 to 12. We have 8 potatoes boiled, 700 mils of enriched flour, 5 mils of salt, 3 egg whites or egg substitute, 230 mils of condensed milk or coconut milk, 1 stick of butter or margarine, 5 packs of baker's yeast, 30 mils of brown sugar. Now the steps. Mash the boiled potatoes and place them in a separate bowl. Measure out the flour. Dust a little bit on the counter where you will be working to prevent the stick. Combine milk, eggs, salt, and sugar in a single bowl. Mix thoroughly until you have a cream-like mixture. In a new bowl, add the egg milk mixture to the mashed potatoes. Again, stir thoroughly until you have a cream-like mixture. Add the yeast to the egg milk potato mixture. Mix thoroughly, then put in an elevated place and wait 2 hours for the dough to rise. 2 hours later, remove the dough from the elevated place. Make small spheres and flatten them until they are about 10 centimeters wide. Fold them over and then place on a baking tray. Bake for 30 to 40 minutes or until golden brown at 180 degrees Celsius. Remove from the oven, let stand for 10 minutes. Serve and enjoy. Those sound like yummy rolls. Thank you, Kaden, for sharing that recipe. Now on to our recipe from Margie Handler. This one is something she and her husband make frequently. Sounds like they don't do Thanksgiving as much, so maybe one day we'll have to have a Thanksgiving Tingledom party and everyone can get together. That would be fun. So this is for sweet and sour meatballs. Yum. You make the meatballs with ground beef, milk, a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, roll into balls, and then put into the crock pot. For the sauce, you use 1 jar of chili sauce and 1 can of cranberry sauce. Mix and pour over the meatballs. Cook on low for 5 to 6 hours. Pour over rice. Yum! That sounds really good. And sounds like if you have leftover cranberry sauce from Thanksgiving, that could be a really good recipe to have on hand. Next is from Jackie, who is one of my tinglings and also my aunt. And this actually comes from my grandma's recipe book. It's a lemon cream pie, but my aunt also has a little handwritten recipe of the pie crust. So to make 2 pie crusts, we have 2 cups of flour, 3/4 cups of lard, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/3 teaspoon of baking powder, ice cold water added 1 tablespoon at a time until a ball forms, and then you can chill or roll out for a crust, and then bake at 350 degrees until the crust is firm. Now on to the lemon cream pie. My Aunt Jackie's tips for this is add extra lemon juice and top it with whipped cream. She says it is heaven to me. So we take a 1 baked 9-inch pie shell, have 2 cups of milk, a 1/2 cup of cornstarch, 1 cup of sugar, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 3 egg yolks, 1/3 cup lemon juice, 1 teaspoon grated lemon rind, and 2 tablespoons of butter, and 1 egg white. So, first you'll scald the milk in the top of a double boiler. Combine cornstarch, sugar, and salt. Blend thoroughly. Pour part of the milk over the dry ingredients, stirring constantly. Gradually add all the milk. Return to the double boiler and cook, stirring until thickened. Beat the egg yolks. Add a little of the hot mixture and return to the double boiler. Cook 2 minutes longer. Remove from heat. Add lemon juice, rind, and butter and stir until smooth. Cool. Fold in the stiffly beaten egg whites. Pour into the baked pie shell. Top with meringue or whipped cream. This next recipe comes from Stephanie Adams, and this is for pumpkin rolls. The ingredients are a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar to sprinkle on the dough, 3/4 cups all-purpose flour, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3 large eggs, 1 cup granulated sugar, 2/3 cup Libby's 100% pure pumpkin, 1 cup walnuts chopped. That's optional. For the filling, 1 package of cream cheese, 8 ounces, at room temperature, 1 cup powdered sugar, sifted, 6 tablespoons butter or margarine, softened, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, powdered sugar. This is optional for decoration. And instructions for the cake. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Grease a 15 by 10 inch jelly roll pan. Line with wax paper. Grease and flour the paper. Spread a thin cotton kitchen towel. Sprinkle a thin cotton kitchen towel with powdered sugar. Combine the flour, baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, cloves, and salt in a small bowl. Beat eggs and granulated sugar in large mixer bowl until thick. Beat in pumpkin. Stir in flour mixture. Spread evenly into prepared pan. Sprinkle with nuts. Bake for 13 to 15 minutes or until the top of the cake springs back when touched. If using a dark colored pan, begin checking for doneness at 11 minutes. Immediately loosen and turn cake onto prepared towel and carefully peel off the paper. Roll up cake and towel together, starting with the narrow end. Cool on a wire rack. For the filling, beat the cream cheese, 1 cup powdered sugar, butter, and vanilla extract in a small mixer bowl until smooth. Carefully unroll cake. Spread the cream cheese mixture over the cake. Re-roll the cake. Wrap in plastic wrap and refrigerate at least 1 hour. Sprinkled with powdered sugar before serving if desired. Cooking tip: be sure to put enough powdered sugar on the towel when rolling up the cake so it will not stick. And Stephanie says to us, ingredients call for walnuts. This is my grandma's recipe, but my family doesn't like walnuts, so I just leave them out. I also add a little more sugar to my filling because I like it to taste close to cheesecake. Those sound like yummy rolls. Next recipe comes from Teresa Castor. Thank you for your recipe. This is for roasted butternut squash. I love butternut squash, so I'm excited about this recipe. We have 1 large butternut squash peeled, seeded, and cut into 1-inch cubes. 3 apples of any type, cored and cut into 1-inch pieces. 4 shallots peeled and thinly sliced. 1/4 cup low sugar dried cranberries. 1/4 cup olive oil or any cooking oil you have. 1/4 teaspoon dried sage. 1/4 teaspoon dried rosemary. 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Add all of the ingredients into a large bowl and toss until all is completely coated with oil and spices. Place mixture into a baking dish, well oiled to prevent sticking. Place baking dish into a preheated 350-degree oven. Bake for approximately 1 hour, stirring occasionally until tender and slightly browned. Serve. Delish. And our final recipe, or suggestion more, comes from Jack Brown, who also named our lovely salt lamp. Our salt lamp is now named Ricardo. I'm still not yielded a gender on it, though. It's non-binary right now. So, Jack Brown recommended turkey cones. So you take an ice cream cone with assorted candy and then frosting and make it in the shape of a turkey. You can also do the same with Christmas tree cones. It is solid chocolate inside of a waffle cone decorated with frosting and candy to look like a Christmas tree. They are super yummy and fun to make. Sounds very cute. They sound really yummy and so fun. So thank you so much everyone for sharing your recipes. I hope that everyone has a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving. So just let me know down in the comments what your favorite Thanksgiving food is and what you're grateful for. And I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, my tinklings. Thank you for joining me for this week's Food Friday video. I do a new food-related video every Friday because I love food ASMR, particularly roleplay, so you'll see a lot of waitress videos, menu readings, desserts, boutiques, anything to do with food, but more talking about it, not really eating. And I also do a daily ASMR video covering a variety of topics. So we have Map Mondays, Tingledom Tuesdays, Tingledom being my own fantastical ASMR land where everything magical can and does happen. I also do a Whisper Wednesday for all of my whisper lovers out there. also have a sales Saturday video. And on Thursday and Sunday, we do everything else in between. I also do a viewers appreciation video each month on the 25th. So comment down below or on any of my other videos for your chance to be featured in that video. It's also my favorite part of having an ASMR channel, so if you did like this video, please leave me a comment, or at the very least, give it a thumbs up. And of course, hit subscribe. Otherwise, what are you going to do with all this information? You'll know about all these videos, but you won't get to see them. And don't be like one person who found me a year later and they said I didn't subscribe. It was a big mistake. Don't let that be you. So now I recommend just go either look at the suggested videos or you can go to my channel homepage and find